Why the fuck did I even buy these? Hey everyone, so I'm back with another pickups video, and this time I have a bunch of pretty generic finds, I suppose, but I did find something I was really looking for quite some time that has eluded me for a very long time at this point. A couple of years in the making, pretty much, that I've been hunting this game down and finally found a copy of it for pretty cheap. But before I get to that, I'm gonna take a look at some of the other things that I got. So the first item here are a bunch of these Kre-O Transformers. They're the Kre-O Transformer like minifigures, micro changers, combiners, Decepticon Bruticus is what this is. And there's a whole bunch of the loose minifigures in these two small bags here as well. The only reason why I even considered buying this stuff is because on Kijiji there was this guy who was selling this set of stuff only as a set, and he would not sell anything separately. So I had to just bite the bullet, buy everything together. But for 20 bucks I got those Kre-O Transformers. And I also managed to get something that you will see in another video, which will be in one of my Quest for Digimon videos, so just look out for that. Moving on from there are a couple of DVDs, in fact the only DVDs that I've bought in quite some time. Pretty weird movies. First anime movie here is based off of a graphic novel that I had just heard about in passing, but haven't really looked too much into it, but it is directed by the same guy who directed Ghost in the Shell. The movie is Paddleboard, I'm not even sure if I'm saying that correctly, but it's Paddleboard 2 the movie. Not seen the first one, don't know if there's any series associated with this, but I saw it and I feel like that day I got this out of Value Village. I probably didn't see anything else, so I didn't want to leave empty-handed, so I grabbed this for 3 bucks. Now, on another day at another Value Village, I was able to actually find a movie that looked somewhat interesting to me, because I like terrible, super cheesy, especially horror-related kind of movies. This here is Shark Attack 2. Now, I've never heard about this. It definitely looks super cheesy. Like, I mean, look at the girl on the cover of that. And at the top it says, "In the deep blue sea, there lives a dark secret." Now, this seems like it's all kinds of terrible, and it's making me want to watch it even more now that I look at it again for the first time in well over a week. Moving on from there are the games that I got. I suppose I'll start out with this. I went to Game Mania. I haven't been there in quite some time, but I went by there and I found this in their NES section. It's a very, very dirty cartridge of Friday the 13th. Surprisingly, I did not have this game yet. I got it for just 5 bucks, mainly because it is really dirty and it's like really stuck on there. So I don't know how good of a job I'll do cleaning that, but I'll try my best. Now, moving on from that find at Game Mania, I have a bunch of games here that I got from the thrift store just down the street from me. Nothing exceedingly interesting, but some pretty decent games nonetheless here. First is the only PSP game that I've gotten in some time now, Ape Escape on the Loose. This here, I thought I had this, but apparently the Ape Escape game I had for the PSP already was Ape Escape Academy. So don't really know how this will play, but it looks like there's also some kind of sports mini games, some snowboarding, boxing, and ping pong as well. So I'll take a look at that sometime soon. The other games that I got from the thrift store down the street are all Wii games. First one is a game that for the longest time I thought I actually owned this, but I own just about every other game in the series. It's Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz. Now, I think the reason why I didn't remember actually buying this game initially, or incorrectly remembering it, is because I did buy this, but I think when I got home it had the wrong disc inside, so I had to return it, and they ended up not having it, so it's whatever. But Super Monkey Ball, loved these games since the GameCube, so very happy to add another one to my collection. Next game is kind of a weird fighting game. It's a type of Dynasty Warriors-esque kind of game. This one is a Samurai Warriors game called Samurai Warriors Katana. It looks like it's a first-person view that relies on motion controls, the motion controls of the Wii, but it plays like Dynasty Warriors, except for it is in that first-person view. So like an arcade Dynasty Warriors kind of game. So that could either be interesting or really, really, really bad. And the last game that I got from the thrift store down the street is a copy of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And the only reason why I got this initially was because, well, I thought I could get at least 10-15 bucks out of it. I only paid $3 for each of these Wii games. But it actually turns out that right now, as of me filming this video, I'm able to trade this into EB Games and get 50% more trade credit on this as long as I'm trading towards a used item. So it trades in for $12, so I'll be able to get $18 of credit from this one game that I paid just $3 for. So very happy about that. Hopefully I can find something in that price range that will interest me. Now the last game that I want to show you guys, the game that I've been hunting for the longest time. I swear I say that often enough that I've been looking for something for years. This though was in my grasp and I put it down thinking, oh, you know what? It's in the bargain bins. I'll get it some other time. It'll be available, and then it just disappeared. Now this copy of this game seems to have come from some other store where they had it priced at $27.99 before somebody decided to trade it into EB Games and they priced it down to $17.99. It is a copy of 3D Dot Game Heroes, and this has just eluded me for the longest time. I really, really wanted to experience this game for myself. It's supposed to be a sort of demake of a sort of... It's a terrible way of explaining it, but it's supposed to be a classic Zelda NES experience, but in 3D, so it's a sort of HD remake of an older game, of course completely unlicensed. It's not like directly related to The Legend of Zelda, of course it wouldn't be, but it is extremely, extremely reminiscent of The Legend of Zelda, and you get to actually create your own hero in this game as well, and everything is like super pixelated and pretty cutesy, but also really nice art style as well, and I'm very, very happy to finally have a copy of this game. Now, that's it. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, just put it in the comment section below and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below, and also linked in the description below is a link to my 500 subscribers contest. Check that out as well if you'd like, and that's it. See ya.